Hello, YouTube. Welcome back to Light Tommy C. I'm your host, Tommy Cunningham. Today, what we are planning to talk about is a little bit about some stuff that I learned uh, last night about looking at the traffic in like this area of Indiana because we got I 69 right here. We got Indiana 37 if you go that way. We got I 69 all the way down there to Evansville. So, if we talk about this different areas, uh, so like also, which is like so different about these different areas, which I think there is like there's like way more different like radio stuff in these kind of areas, like for instance a lot of people are right now turning into like a different system. Like our local bus system here in Monroe County, we cannot listen to it. Do you know why? Because they are on this DMR Motorola Capacity Plus single site. But luckily, we can listen to the Housing Authority. Luckily, we can listen to the Water Department. But get this. So, there's like four things that I kind of remembered. Like number one, if you guys keep like an open eye for like things that are not familiar in like your single area, there is like a couple different like good radio stuff you guys can listen. Like go looking around, like for instance, if you guys do like a little drive inside like a small town, from like a big town with like from a big county like has four cities, a smaller county which I think about, a smaller county has like a lot more different stuff than like a big county. So, like, sometimes these counties, you guys got to understand, it's like sometimes Own County's squared like this, okay? And then after that, Clay County's do like this. That is a little bit more bigger than the other county because they only got one city in those two counties. Which is also a little bit different, which is like using like a lot more different stuff in like these single areas. Like number one, you guys got like different radio stations you guys can listen to. Because sometimes these different radio stations like do not even work, which is so interesting, I think. Like right now, a lot of different places are currently going into the DMR stage or NXDN. Well, right now, a lot of our cars, which I learned this from last year in ICP, they talked about that some cars actually go through like a lot and a lot of different stuff. Like some cars, like for instance, like your police cars, have like way more better like stuff to listen to. You guys also got like like a couple different places you guys can go to. Like there is like a lot and a lot and a lot of different places that we got to use. Like also which is different about some areas, like for instance, like like my old county, um, Lawrence County, they are currently using like a lot and a lot of different radio signals. Like their first radio signal they are using, like for an example, is like 155.385 is the Indian Fire Creek Dispatch. Well, we see that the Indian Creek Fire Department has a fire ops, which is in the clear, but if we look up here at the Lawrence County Fire, they got like their own fire dispatch, which is simulcast county-wide. Which also to talk about another thing, which is different about these different areas. Like, I've been doing some looking up, like in the radio station areas, like of different areas, like for instance, let me find one. WCLS, that is coming in from Spencer, Indiana. In Spencer, Indiana, we all know, has a couple different stuff because they are like local to like Terre Haute. They're like local to like also what's in that area, like WHCC's in that area. But like also if we talk about Brazil, Indiana, this is what I think, which is really interesting, I think. They got a couple of different stuff on here, but they only got one country station, and that's out of Terre Haute. Like also this WVIG, this is their legend, which is honestly really interesting. They play classical country. So you guys know of the station of like WDCK 101.1 Country Classics. That's like what the different stuff is in that area. Now, also, which is really different, I think, which also, like a lot of different places, like for instance, let's just say, like Crawfordsville has their own country station. Terre Haute has their own country station, we know. Like there is like a lot and a lot and a lot of different stuff. Like we gotta honestly keep in mind that some of these cars are really going tech into, and a lot of different cars are not. Which I think, which is really this, I think, which is really bizarre, that some locations that you guys even go to, like honestly, just only have like a certain amount of radio stations. Like I know you guys. You guys are probably thinking, Tommy, why in the world are you talking about country stations that a lot of us are big hip hop? Well, well, the reason why I'm going to put that in another video, which my, like also the Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge region had their very own country station, which was 105.5 WIVK, but now they got two country stations. They got 99.9 Kiss Country out of Asheville, North Carolina, and they also got 107.7 WIVK out of Knoxville. Now, these stations are very, very unique, but their morning shows can be a little bit different. Now, also, if you guys are new to my channel, I highly, highly recommend you guys hit that subscribe button, ding that notification bell, because I do not want you guys to miss our upcoming videos. And if you guys are looking up this station for the first time, I want to thank you very much for listening to my station. Plus, like, also, you guys, there is like a lot of like local kinds of radio station. We got the Mid-America Radio Group of Bloomington. We got the Mid-America Radio Group of Martinsville. And we also got a couple stations there at WCBQ out of Crawfordsville, which is really different, I think. Which is WTTS. If you guys ever heard of that station, I highly, highly recommend you guys check it out, because they play the most variety in music. Like their call sign on here, WTTS is adult albums and alternative music. Which that right there, you guys, that right there is just like a little bit different, which is like honestly like a lot different in these areas. Because a lot of places up here in the New York region like to listen to pop music, while the people down there in Texas, California, and Florida, and Arizona all like to listen to country. They like to listen to Mexican. They like to listen to a variety of music, which is honestly really different than honestly in this area. Well, if you guys ever go to the Tucson, Arizona region, that's the area where they have some really, really interesting radio stations. Like, honestly, you guys, if you guys like listening to really good radio music, I just honestly just recommend you guys just, because Indiana got Spanish hits, they got country, they got religious, they got top 40, they also got Christian Contemporary. They also got public radio, grade school if you guys are in the Indianapolis area. In the Cloverdale region, they got like rock from WFNB. They got WYXB out of WYXB, which is adult contemporary. They got Shelbyville, which got 97.5 Hank FM, which honestly, that station 95.5 WFMS are some of the bestest country stations that they got up there in the Indianapolis region. Now, if you guys go down there to, let's say, down there to Louisville region, you guys got 97.5 WAMC. And there's like a lot more radio stations that are in that simple area. Alright guys, that's it for today's video. Let's do a little recap. Today's video, what we talked about was mostly about the different radio stations that we have used throughout the years. Alright guys, that's it for today's video. If you guys liked it, make sure you guys give it a big thumbs up, and make sure you guys hit that subscribe button if you guys are new to the page, and goodbye.